Hello, and welcome back to Wamego. Today I stand before the USD 320 Public Schools building to talk about human capital and the resources this community provides to their residents. Human capital can be defined as the skills, knowledge, and experiences that individuals in a community possess. Often community officials and developers focus on this capital to determine what skills individuals in their community already have and what areas need improvement. This evaluation can occur in many different forms and methods. In fact, the Economic Development Corporation here in Pottawatomie County completed an assessment of their region over 3 years ago. Jack Alston, Executive Director of the corporation, sat down with me to talk about the process and the results that came of the assessment. Here is Jack.
Some time ago, after we did a labor and targeting study by going out and interviewing all of the companies in the area, about 50 companies, came back, looked at labor characteristics, wages, labor availability, and then our implementation plan, our strategic implementation plan for the organization was approved by the board of directors. Then in the fall of 2015, we started to get all of the educators, superintendents, academians, university officials, community college officials together in one room with human resource managers and CEOs and workforce providers and those assisting the workforce. It was called a Business Education Workforce Roundtable, and the roundtable was split up into different roundtables around a room, and for a day and a half people grasped at the issues that were before them and just set up potential goals. Then we repeated the session. Enhancing employability skills was the number one issue facing all of the human resource managers in the region. And then also childcare, providing childcare, enhancing skills for the disadvantaged and the individuals with disabilities, and developing career clusters and pathways. So the next thing we did was get them together again and establish the goals, and that's what we have in the Strategic Workforce Implementation Plan, which is part of our implementation plan for our organization, focusing on workforce. And all part of that is a couple individual efforts that we have. One of them is working with the Human Resource Management Network out of Manhattan, which is all of the HR managers in the region, with individuals with disabilities, diverse individuals, working with multicultural programs. But one of the things we focus on most is enhancing employability skills and developing careers.
By knowing what skills and information citizens of this county need, the Economic Development Corporation, along with the help of many school districts and county officials, decided to adopt the ACT Work Keys program. This program helps students prepare for the future workforce and taking the ACT. Here is Jack to describe the Work Keys program.
By working with the ACT Work Keys program, and each individual high school has their juniors take the Work Keys test, which we administer, our staff administers, and we go out to the schools, administer the test with the assistance usually of the counselors that we work with. And we're doing that for the third year in the fall of 2017. In December 1 of 2016, we became what's known as ACT Work Ready Certified. We're the third county in the state of Kansas to be ACT Work Ready Certified. The other two are part of the Joplin metropolitan statistical area that are in Kansas, and it was all part of the Missouri effort to certify, get everyone in the state certified. Kansas lags behind other states in the union, Hopefully there'll be an effort to get more certified. Geary County is working on it and is almost there. We're going to be assisting them with their test taking in the next few weeks. There's also, we got certified by signing up companies that are willing to recognize or recommend the WorkKeys test as part of the interviewing process. The second thing that we've done is test all the kids in the high schools. We want to test more individuals with disabilities and also those that might be incarcerated and are originally from Potawatomi County. And the process is to keep signing the companies up and keep expanding the base of people that have taken WorkKeys. It would be great if we got some of the surrounding counties also to participate. And I'll be speaking in November at the ACT Workforce Readiness Summit in November on just how to work with human resource managers on the WorkKeys program. And hopefully we can get some companies to do some job profiling as well. So that really is kind of the nuts and bolts of our program. It falls in line with our child care task force, and our child care task force is right now is looking at a study that we are having completed in 4 stages on the availability of child care, the demand for child care, and also the affordability of child care, as well as the quality of child care in the county. The survey is being conducted through the Kansas State University Extension Office. So far, that study that we started in mid-August has really taken off, and we've gotten a lot of really good response on it. As a matter of fact, 40 families that are seeking child care have filled out the survey, so we're getting into where we call statistically significant numbers. And hopefully by October we'll complete that, and this report will come forward, and we'll have a really good feel as to how difficult the problem of child care is in this county.
Another factor that is often considered when reflecting on a community's skills is the local school district and the type of education that is offered to prepare the community's youth for the future workforce. Here in Wamego, this is a large focus, as can be seen with the ACT WorkKeys program. There are a lot of other different programs and initiatives in addition to this that help Wamego's youth obtain the skills and knowledge they need to get into a college institution or a career they are interested in. Another program that is creating positive results for students is the Individual Plans of Study, a new program in the Wamego School District. This initiative helps students find a career path that might be right for them. Tim Winters, the superintendent for the Wamego School District, explains this program and how it benefits the students who participate in it.
Another new initiative in the entire state is Individual Plans of Study for each student, or IPS. We use a program called Career Pathways. So as in the middle school years, we start exposing students to this program, and they use this program to do interest surveys and determine what their interests are and also what their strengths are, and try to best match those categories. And then that allows us to, as much as we possibly can, enroll them in classes that will lead them down a path where they're prepared to go further with these interests and their strengths. So we are currently early in the stages of this program as well. We started with Career Pathways last year and our Individual Plans of Study, so we're in year 2. But all high school students at this point in time will have an individual plan of study. Every year, bi-yearly, we have teachers who have a group of students that they will meet with and help them select courses and talk about their interests and what paths they want to take after high school. And then in the spring we also have, and this is required, we have a parent enrollment meeting with the student and the parents and the teacher, kind of the supervising or our mentoring teacher will sit down and talk about, what those interests are, what classes they should take to make sure that that it helps them meet those needs, whether that's for a four-year college or a technical school or the military. And then of course getting into the specifics of what they're interested in, trying to direct them into those classes that we can offer that will help meet their needs.
Through this program, students are getting one-on-one attention and advice that will help them prepare for whatever steps come next in their life. Another benefit of the IPS program is that students are thinking ahead and know what classes and skills they need for the specific career path they are interested in. With these certain courses in mind, the Wamego School District works with these students to help them enroll in available college courses before they graduate from high school. Tim touches on the advantages of taking these courses early and how the school district helped these students succeed.
We also have an extensive concurrent credit program. We partner with Manhattan Area Technical College and Highland Community College and offer approximately a dozen college classes within the building. And we also work with students if they have a class that they want to take online that's not offered by one of these schools. We work with them as best we can to also allow them to have time to do that. And we also have an extensive advanced placement program, which of course is a more rigorous level of coursework, and it's something they have to pass an exam on at the end of the year, but they can earn college credit that way as well. And the last thing I think that really helps with all of these programs is this year we did implement a one-to-one technology program. So all students grades 1 through 5 have been issued an iPad to help with their studies and with their classroom activities. And then all students in grades 6 through 12 have a MacBook Air laptop computer. So that certainly has allowed us to use technology more in the classroom. It allows them to work from home and other locations and to directly communicate with the teachers. So we're working towards having most all assignments and lessons and things of that nature online we're using Google Classroom, and so those things can be shared electronically, and students have instant access to classroom materials, and they can communicate directly with teachers, and parents can communicate directly as well through that nature. So we hope that enhances everything that we're trying to do, and just makes resources and things of that nature more accessible to students.
All of these programs and initiatives truly show how the community of Wamego is investing in their citizens and the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. Being aware of this capital and the resources that it provides will allow Wamego citizens to thrive in their daily lives, and through the results of these programs, there is no doubt that they will succeed. Thanks again for stopping in Wamego to learn about human capital and the programs that it provides. We will see you next time on Welcome to Wamego.